I am Chandrakant K. Bhange, Assistant Professor of ENTC Department in AISSMS IYT Engineering College. Wave propagation. Wave propagation is required for the mobile communication or wireless communication. To study the wave propagation is very important. In wireless technologies, information is sent by the electromagnetic waves. During the propagation, an interaction between the waves and environment attenuates the signal level. It causes the path loss, and finally it limits the coverage area. The accurate path loss prediction is a crucial element in the first step of network planning. The capability during the optimum base station locations obtaining the suitable data rates and estimating the coverages without conducting a series of propagation measurements. Can be achieved with the empirical propagation model. Empirical propagation model are designed for a specific types of communication system, specific system parameters and the type of the environment selected of a suitable propagation model is the first step of the wireless network design. So there are the various types of the propagation models. New wireless systems are designed to operate on a higher frequency, that is the 24 gigahertz, 35 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz. A new model for the band below the 11 gigahertz has been developed by Stanford University as an extensions of the HATA model. In contrast to the numerous publications that exist for the path loss measurements of the frequencies below 2 gigahertz, there are a very few works that present experimental results for higher frequency bands. Next, we will see the basic mechanism of electromagnetic waves propagation. During the propagation between the transmitting and the receiving antenna, radio waves interact with the environment, causing the path loss. Path loss PL is defined as the difference between the transmitted and received power. So path loss is equal to PT plus GT plus GR minus PR minus LT minus LR, where PT and PR are the transmitted and received power, GT and GR are the gains of the transmitting and receiving antenna, and LT and LR are the feeders losses, all in dB scale. Propagation in free space path loss can be expressed as free space path loss PL free space is equal to uh, 20 LGD plus 20 LGF in dB. Next we will see the propagation of electromagnetic waves. We will see the propagation of electromagnetic waves. One of the fundamental situations that occurs when a propagation path is free of any kind of obstacle is the transmitting and the receiving antennas are situated above a flat reflecting ground, so that the propagation takes place via both the direct path between the antenna and the reflection from the ground. The two paths sum at the receiver, and the phase difference related to the difference in length between the two paths, giving the total field which can be presented. ER is equal to ET in bracket 1 plus RL upon R reflected into R alpha into e raised to minus jk delta r, where r1 RL and R reflected is equal to R2 plus R3 are the lengths of the direct and reflected rays respectively. R alpha is the reflection coefficients for the horizontal and vertical polarizations, and delta phi is equal to K delta R is the phase difference between the reflected and the direct waves, which can be presented as delta alpha is equal to 4 pi HR HT upon lambda d, where HR and HT are the receiving and transmitting antenna heights, lambda is the wavelength, and d is the distance between them. So this is the diagram of two-ray wave propagation model. Two-ray ground reflection model. In most of the mobile communication system, the maximum TR, that is the transmitted and reflection antenna separation distance, is at most of the few tens of the kilometers, and each of them, and the earth may be assumed to be the flat. The total received E field, E total, is the result of the direct line of sight component, E loss, and the ground reflection component is the ER. Next, we will see the multipath propagation. In multipath propagation, special attentions in the process of the designing the wireless network is described to choosing the appropriate locations where the transmitting antenna is going to be set up. This location usually dominate with respect to the surrounding building by heights that increases the coverage area, or what coverage area it can takes. So waves reflected from that buildings or that height constructions. But the problem is usually present the receiving sides where the receiver antenna is surrounded by tall buildings or the other objects, which makes the lost line of sight communication impossible. In this case, the radio waves arrives at the receiver from the different directions with the different amplitude, phase, and the time delay, with the resulting in the phenomenon known as the multipath propagation. The radio channel is then obtained as the sum of the contributions of all of the paths. The signals on the different paths can be constructively or destructively interferes with each other, and if the transmitters of the receiving and moving electromagnetic field will be time varying and fading occurs. So when the transmitter or the receiving antenna moves, built up area is measured the signal. Next is the Hatta propagation model. So what is Hatta propagation model? What is the use of this model? Why this model is important for mobile communication? So one of the elementary propagation model, many models are based on is the Okumura propagation model. This model gives the graphical expression for the path loss between the receiving and the transmitting antenna for the frequency range between 200 megahertz and 1920 megahertz. The Okumura model is considered to be among the simplest and the best in terms of the accuracy in pretending the path loss for early cellular system. The major disadvantage of this model is that given the graphical expressions are not practical, what resulted addition simplification given by the mathematical expression in a Hata model. The Hata model gives the predictions of the medium path loss for the frequency range from 150 megahertz to 1500 megahertz from the distance d between the antenna of up to 20 kilometer. The transmitting antenna heights between the 30 meters and 200 meters, and the receiving antenna heights 1 meter and 10 meters. So application of Hata model is restricted with the upper frequencies. Applications of the Hata model is restricted with the upper frequencies of up to 1500 megahertz, and therefore it is not applicable to the GSM 1800 and over the simpler system operating on the frequencies above 1500 megahertz. Extensions of the frequency range is achieved by the cost 231 Hata model, which is usable in the frequency range from 500 megahertz to 2000 megahertz. Thank you.